Hey guys, Dane from Scoggin-Dickey Parts Center here with a product highlight and a little bit of an overview of a few other products as well that are part of this family. This is for the Gen 3 Hemi for you guys that have a 5.7, a 6.4, a Hellcat, or even a Redeye crate. And you're looking for a controller. Well, this is it for you. This is going to be mainly covering the Hellcat or the Hell crate and the Redeye crate as far as the components that are available here. But overall, a lot of the stuff is going to be the same except for a few things. The calibration on the PCM is going to be a little bit different, as well as a few of the other controllers and the map sensors and stuff. We'll go over that a little bit more in depth. But this one right here in front of me is for the Hell crate. It comes with all of this stuff that you see here. We do recommend that whenever you get these components in, that it does come with an instruction sheet. This is very nice. And also, the other thing that we do recommend is whenever you do get it, go after the first page there. When you flip it over, you've got a checklist. Definitely something you want to make sure that you've got all of your components before you start putting stuff together to make sure that you got everything that you needed. Sometimes these have gone through the ringer. They come in cardboard boxes. Some of these parts are kind of small, and they might decide that they wanted to go vacation somewhere else. So we do recommend going through and just doing your due diligence. Whenever you receive the stuff, inspect the box, make sure everything's in it as you should expect to do so, especially for when you're spending the kind of money that you are on doing a swap or install like this. So really, this is a cool and clean kit as far as all this is considered. The wiring harnesses are all very nice. They're all grounded and terminated nicely. Anything that is a flying lead that doesn't have a pigtail has been crimped off and heat shrinked and sealed, so you don't have just, for one, wiring floating around and then getting, tattered and just all sorts of stuff just in the packaging. So you have a few different ones here. This one goes to your battery setup and everything. You've got two different sets of harnesses here, and they are beefy. So all these go to your PCM. Of course, all the instructions show where all this stuff connects to on your Hellcat crate. You've got your PCM. Super important. These are running electronic throttle body, and you want to make sure that you have the appropriate electronic throttle pedal to run that throttle body, or you can run into issues with the signal. You can have spikes or dead spots or anything else like that. This one is ready to go. Sounds good. Ready for all the boost. So also, it comes with a really nice Eaton relay and fuse box. This is all nice and weather sealed. I like it. This is really cool. It's way better sealed than the one that I've got on my F-body, which you should expect, especially when you're paying the kind of money for this component. So also, everything is terminated and built for this harness. You have your PCM, you have your fuel control module, you also have your bus control module. This comes with a variety of sensors as well, your NOx sensors, you have your O2 sensors. This one comes with the IAT sensor that goes into the intake box for your Hellcat. On the Redeye, it's actually not in a package, it's already part of the intake elbow. So it comes with your O2 sensors, it has grounds, temperature sensors, including some other stuff to keep the EPA happy on that. So yeah, really is a very nice piece of kit. So Dane, what's the difference between this and the Redeye? Well, really not very much. You get this one with the Hellcat, and then you get this one with the Redeye. So this is a full filter plus the larger bell mouth intake elbow, and that's pretty nice. It's actually a very nice looking filter setup, and definitely is going to have quite the presence in the engine bay for whatever you're doing an install on. So the other parts to consider is that when you are doing this, these are primarily calibrated as a setup to run a manual transmission. So for you guys that are fine with that, you love to row your own, more power to you. So that's really where these are focused on. There are options like the Sound German kit that uses a external controller. To be able to tie that into this PCM, you're going to have to take the CAN bus control from that and tie it into the star controller on this harness, and then turn on external torque management in the calibration on your PCM. So if you're not really familiar with doing that, there are plenty of people that have already done it and probably have either documented it or are able to assist you in doing that calibration change. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to message us, and we can help guide you on a few of those options. Because there's also other external controllers. I believe Max ECU also controls like the 8HP 70 and 90 and all the other transmissions that you have as far as options for that. Also, if you have a 2015 to 2017 Hellcat engine, these are calibrated to run a 3-bar map sensor, and you have 4 of them you have to change out of. So pay attention to that, be mindful of it. Also make sure that you get an OEM map sensor. Don't try to get cheap out on this and get an inexpensive one off of Amazon or some weird source. There's like, oh yeah, you can get, you know, these for 15 bucks a pop or whatever the price is, you know, way cheaper than what it is. Because if you try and get your hands on some of these questionable sensors, especially map sensors, you can have issues where, you know, you key on and it's showing boost already and you haven't even turned the car over. So be mindful of that. Make sure that you get yourself some quality components. We'll have the link and information for that part number in our descriptions for the video. Also, the calibrations are going to be different between the Hellcat and the Redeye. So sometimes you're going to be running into issues where, say, maybe the Hellcrate controller is not available, but the Redeye controller is available, and you have a Hellcat motor and not a Redeye. You can run the Redeye on that Hellcat motor, but you have to change the calibration from the Redeye to the Hellcat. That's easily done. You know, if you need any assistance, let us know. Also, you can also contact anybody that's a reputable tuner that has both calibrations. These PCMs come from Mopar unlocked because they are a non-EO kit. So the 5.7, the 6.4, the Hellcat, and the Redeye, all of these are unlocked, and you can control them and make modifications to the calibration using HP tuners, which we also have on the website. So make sure that you guys check those out. If you don't already have HP tuners in hand, it will make your life easier, especially when you're doing a swap like this and maybe making a few other changes depending upon your exhaust system and intake, especially if you decide to do something different on the track and routing, or making some pulley changes. You know, sometimes you decide that you want a little bit more boost after the initial adrenaline rush and adrenaline dump is done. So that's one thing to consider. Also, the 6.4 and 5.7 controllers, there's going to be a few things that are going to be different on the harness, and of course the calibration is very different, but you're going to have a lot of the parts of the harness do not exist because you don't have to control a supercharger with the boost bypass and all that other fun stuff. So if you guys have got any other questions, feel free to message us, make a comment in the video so that other people can also learn whenever we respond. And we also, you know, you can also call us and reach out to our guys on the tech line. And thanks once again for stopping by. We are looking forward to maybe getting a chance to run this in the future on something. So keep an eye on that at some point in time, hopefully in the not too distant future. And we will see you guys next time for another tech video.